早晨，咁今日就正式開始我哋嘅 webinar 啦。咁我哋咧，今日咧都會講一啲加拿大嘅私立學校嘅。咁咧陣間咧，我哋會有請到學校代表啦，佢會講多少少一啲私立學校嘅介紹啦。咁頭咧，我會做一啲簡單嘅介紹啦，講下啲加拿大嘅學制啊。咁大家可以由淺入深咁樣去了解下加拿大嘅升學嘅方向係點樣嘅。咁提翻大家，如果喺講座期間有任何問題咧，可以喺個 chat box 度提出。咁我哋會完咗之後咧，有一個 Q&A session 咧，可以解答大家嘅問題嘅。好，咁簡單下即係都介紹下我哋公司先啊。等陣我哋整翻大個 PowerPoint。OK，好，咁我哋公司咧 RiseSmart 啦，係一間香港嘅公司啦。咁我哋2006年咧已經喺香港成立㗎啦。咁我哋咧一路都係主要係服務一啲以英語國家為主嘅升學同埋移民服務嘅。咁我哋主要有兩個嘅唔同嘅業務啦，分別有海外升學同埋啲移民簽證諮詢嘅。咁所以咧，我哋都會睇翻 client 嘅需要啦。如果佢係留學嘅，我哋會有留學部嘅同事去負責啦。如果涉及一啲簽證上啦，譬如學生簽證啊，或者之後可能家長想過去陪讀啊，諸如此類嘅簽證咧，咁我哋都會有一個 service 提供嘅。咁我哋都係希望咧係用一個專業嘅態度啦，同埋有一個嘅服務啦，去幫助大家去了解唔同國家嘅升學方向啦。同埋即係尤其是係如果係要攞簽證過去讀書嘅話咧，咁簽證一定要預期去批出嘅。如果唔係咧，就會即係影響嗰個入學嘅時序。咁所以咧，我哋都係希望用我哋嘅知識啦，去幫助大家確保每一個申請咧都冇錯漏嘅，都係符合移民局嘅要求。咁咧，所以咧，今次咧，我哋會主要係針對翻係加拿大啦。咁如果係有啲咩加拿大嘅升學問題，都可以歡迎去問我哋啦。咁當然我哋都有其他國家嘅。咁如果即係off 咗呢個 webinar 之後有其他問題嘅話咧，可能其他國家你都想了解嘅，咁歡迎同我哋去同事去查詢嘅。咁樣簡單介紹我自己先啦。咁我係Venus 啦。咁我自己都係加拿大讀書啦。咁我喺加拿大都係完成咗2年嘅中學，然之後就升上去大學嘅。咁我本身都係香港度成長同讀書啦。咁去到大概可能完成咗香港中六嘅時候，咁我先過去。咁相對上係比較遲過去嘅，我係。咁當然啦，我大部分即係同期嘅朋友啦，即係喺加拿大讀書嘅朋友，大部分都可能係中學啊，或者 Grade 8、Grade 9，其實差唔多呢個年紀過去就係最好嘅。因為無論係你嗰個學習嘅環境啦，同埋適應加拿大嘅生活嘅話咧，其實都係非常之好嘅。咁所以咧，即係都希望大家可以了解多少少，即係其實香港同加拿大嘅唔同嘅分別啦。因為始終兩個嘅即係地方啦，個升學學制都唔同嘅。咁亦都我自己喺香港即係讀完之後去加拿大，亦都畢業翻嚟咧，亦都翻嚟香港嘅。咁我自己其實加拿大都係有身份嘅。咁所以咧，我都係經歷過可能點樣去留學，然之後去留低啦。甚至係亦都係我自己都有繼續去進修啦。可能喺香港繼續有唔同嘅課程進修啦，亦都考獲一個加拿大認可嘅持牌嘅移民顧問牌嘅。咁所以我哋都可以幫學生去處理一啲簽證上嘅需要嘅。even 家長話想做一啲陪讀嘅簽證咧，我哋都可以，即係我都可以幫大家去申請嘅。咁另外都開始都介紹下簡單，即係講下加拿大啦。因為好多人都未去過加拿大，因為可能始終去旅行可能都係東南亞為主，就算可能佢遠少少都係歐洲。咁因為加拿大都位於北美呢個地方啦，咁都地大物博，咁所以有時可能話都叫做喂，搭咁耐飛機去旅行就通常少嘅。但係而家咧大家都可能總有一個親戚朋友啊，都尤其是而家啦，因為好 hit 有好多唔同嘅移民計劃。我都相信你總有一個親戚或者一個朋友咧，都係近呢幾年啦，可能係去咗加拿大，突然之間冇升嘅預告下咧，就去咗加拿大，或者可能係早期嘅親戚啦，可能係講緊係可能20年前、30年前早期嘅移民啦，都係喺加拿大嗰度去定居。咁所以加拿大咧，其實嗰個人口啊比例上咧，當然啦，我哋叫做移民大國，咁所以咧有好多唔同嘅我哋叫做 multicultural 咧，都喺加拿大你會見到嘅。咁尤其是華人啦，當然啦，啲地區華人會多少少啦，咁有啲會相對少嘅。咁今日我哋介紹其中一個學校咧，就係相對華人地方係華人方面係少啲啦。咁同埋嗰個教育嘅水平啊，或者係個融入嗰個英語嘅學習環境都非常之好嘅。咁啊嗱，加拿大其實咧都係有10個省份啦，3個行政區啦。咁我哋今日介紹嘅主要地方咧就係位於 BC 省西部嘅。 係啦，我要西岸啦，係啦。咁所以咧，陣間我哋嘅學校代表啦，都會介紹多少少究竟佢哋嘅城市啦，Kelowna 喺邊度啦，咁同埋係究竟點樣去知道，加拿大嘅應該係邊個省份去生活啦？因為每一個省份咧，其實我哋都係有唔同嘅省嘅教育制度嘅，千祈唔好覺得喂，加拿大係一個國家，係咪全部統一嘅咧？就答案唔係嘅，每個省自己都有自己嘅中學畢業要求，每個省都有自己嘅入大學嘅準則，每個省嘅編排嘅年班都即係可能係幾多年班入邊個 grade 咧，都可能有啲唔同嘅。咁所以咧大家要留意翻，究竟係想去揀邊個省都緊要嘅，因為有啲省咧可能要至少要9年班先可以讀得，有啲咧你8年班先得嘅，或者可能係8年班以下嘅話咧，都需要一個家長陪讀嘅，咁所以都要睇翻你小朋友嘅年紀啦。咁其實我咧即係5月份咧都去過呢個 Kelowna 呢個地方啦，因為都幾靚嘅，我自己都係都會因為有陣時都翻加拿大，咁所以都可以 share 啲即係比較靚啲嘅圖片俾大家啦。咁都係好舒服嘅地方啦，咁亦都係尤其是夏天啦，好舒服啦，同埋好多 outdoor 嘅 activities 啦。咁我亦都自己去打，我自己都做住 sports 嘅，咁所以我自己都去打咗golf 啦。咁其中一個運動啦，咁我陣間可能會介紹多啲少。其實 Kelowna 有咩做，咁亦都係非常之靚，非常舒服。唔似得可能啲人食得即溫哥華或者 Richmond 呢啲地方嘅，因為真係比較小朋友想學習嘅話咧，我都係建議啦，真係去一啲既然都係俾國際學生嘅費用啦，我有時都會覺得喂。咁不如揀一個真係可能英語環境會好啲啦，同埋舒舒服服啦，亦都係幫助小朋友成個學習成長嘅環境啦，同埋會唔會等佢接觸多啲真係本土嘅加拿大人啦？因為當然啦，我哋都話啦，雖然你讀公校會接觸好多本土加拿大人，但係始終好多都係早期嘅亞洲亞裔移民啊，或者其他唔同種族嘅移民啦，你好難見到真係話我哋叫做真係全白人嘅，咁所以咧呢個地方咧就會相對會多少少啦。咁所以咧即係加拿大個地區係大到即係可以橫跨6個市區嘅。咁而家啱啱教咗個冬令時間啦，咁我哋我哋都係同如果係 Pacific Time 嚟講啦，而家係慢香港16個鐘嘅。咁譬如你話如果多倫多咧，而家就係慢香港13個鐘嘅。咁我好快都講下其實加拿大 BC 省中學個教育制度係點咧？咁其實BC 省咧主要都係我哋用12年嘅教育去做一個準則嘅，由幼稚園至到7歲嘅話咧，我哋都係叫做小學嘅，OK？大家都係讀嘅科係一樣嘅。咁去到8至12年班咧，咁就我哋叫做中學啦，OK？咁大部分啦，如果你話少過8年班入學嘅話咧，其實好多學校都需要，如果係冇寄宿嘅話咧，如果學校係安排 home stay 咧，都需要有一個陪讀家長過去嘅，咁所以留意翻個年紀啦。咁我哋咧都係10至12年班咧，就係叫做開始真係儲一啲 credits 去 fulfill 你個大學嘅入學要求啦，同埋個中學畢業要求嘅。咁10年班開始就開始我哋要儲學分嘅啦。咁所以咧BC 省成個中學畢業要求咧，頭先都講啦，由10年班開始儲學分啦，咁儲到12年班啦，咁就可以攞到係中學嘅畢業證書啦。咁當然啦，大學嘅話咧，其實主要都睇12班嘅成績嘅，OK？咁如果你話喺香港讀完10年班，想過去讀11、12年班咧，咁如果你大部分10年班嘅 credit，即係我哋叫做中4啦嚇，如果你都係攞合格嘅，基本上你嘅學分都會拎到嘅。不過比較留意就係個英文嗰方面啦，因為英文咧嗰方面都係要fulfill 到學校即係英文嘅要求，可唔可以俾你讀12年班嘅英文啦？咁同埋入大學咧都有佢哋唔同嘅要求嘅。咁所以咧睇翻嗰個入學嘅年紀啦，如果我哋用2025年明年9月入學咧，咁你睇翻你而家小朋友嘅出生年份啦，咁我哋都係跟呢個去大概去做一個準則啦。咁如果你話大概你大部分啦，我哋都係希望係 Grade 開始入學嘅，因為都係唔需要陪讀啦，同埋佢哋都可以自己去做學生簽證啦。我哋都可以安排監護人啊，諸如此類啦。咁所以呢個年紀去咧，就係算係相對比較理想，因為唔使楞住一個家長咧，就會好多，即係方便咗好多嘅，係啦。因為好少家長話可以真係完全陪佢讀嘅。咁但係當然我哋都有啲 case 係家長要即係陪讀嘅，咁我哋都會處理啲小學嘅申請啦，係啦。咁所以即係呢要睇翻你哋嘅出生年份啊嚇，我哋計年份係啦，我哋加拿大都係用個整年嘅年，總之你就算年尾即係最遲生日，我都係睇翻你本身應該係幾多年紀啦，入讀邊個班別嘅。好，咁今日都係請到二玲啦，Hi 二玲，Hi。 You have to turn on your mic. Let me try. Okay, yes, that's good.
Joanne, hello. Is
Oh,
that
yes. Like, I remember you live in Hong Kong before, and you were an English teacher. So I think
yes,
you're very familiar with the Hong Kong parents, the Hong Kong education systems.
absolutely. Yes, I have my PR actually in Hong Kong. I lived
Hmm.
there for 8 years and I taught in all sectors. So I was a net teacher, taught in
Oh, okay.
international schools, and I taught at universities.
Oh, that's
So
good. Let me do
I have
some. Let me. Okay, sure. Let me do some translation first. But
sorry, it's my
I think
dog.
that's okay. 二玲其實喺香港都生活過嘅，咁佢自己咧都係香港 PR 啊，咁所以佢好熟嘅。佢以前喺香港都係一個英語老師啦，咁佢教咗8年嘅，咁所以佢都好熟香港嘅教育制度啦，同埋所以佢咧都始終喺香港生活過，咁所以好多家長咧都即係都中意同佢溝通，因為都有共鳴嘅感覺。咁所以咧，大家陣間有啲咩問題啊，都可以歡迎喺個chat box 度提出啦。同埋我哋都會講多少少究竟成個城市係點樣啦，個教育制度係點嘅。Okay, I just done the translation. That's
Yeah, no, that's great.
yeah,
That's
that's good.
good.
Yeah, I also mentioned in the PowerPoint I went to Kelowna in May because
Yeah.
my auntie and uncle they are living in Canada right now, so we have a road trip and it was like I played golf, so I went to a golf course.
Yeah. Lovely. We have so many. There's over 50 golf courses, over
Yes.
200 wineries. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you got to visit.
Yes, so that's why I think it's a good impression for parents to showing some real pictures that I visited in Kelowna before.
Absolutely. That's fabulous.
Okay, so I will leave the time for you and my colleague Kathy, and she will help you to control the PowerPoint. So
Okay, she'll do
please
the
wait.
PowerPoint and will you be translating? I'll give you time to translate.
You can do all in English first, and at the end I will do a summary in
Okay. All
English.
right.
Okay, wait a
Okay.
second. I will just okay. We are switching the PowerPoint right now.
Ah, there's my school. I'm at home right now, of course, because it's Friday night.
Okay. Is it too small? Let me
Uh,
try. I think we have to make it large. Wait a second. Kathy 睇可唔可以大少少個 PowerPoint？都係成個咁。
that's going to be better.
That's
There we
that's
go.
better. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Okay, you can start now. Thanks.
Okay, so that's the face of Aberdeen Hall. It's one of 6 buildings in our school, and we are located right where you can see Kelowna. It's very close to Vancouver. It's about a 40-minute flight. When students come to our school, uh, they fly into Vancouver. We'll just wait until I'm finished, and then I'll give a pause to change.
Oh,
Oh,
wait a second. I think
fast. She's going too fast. Yeah, back
wait a
up.
second. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Okay. Okay. So I just want people to see where Kelowna is in relation to Vancouver. It's 40-minute flight and we're in the Okanagan Valley. Okay, switch. So we are surrounded by the four seasons. So we have orchards, we have lakes, we have ski hills, we have golf courses. So we are the playground of Canada. So when students come to us, they get a full immersion into local culture, English, and of course, Canadian school system. So our school, Aberdeen Hall, is in the smaller box, and we are on 44 acres of land. We are directly beside the UBC Okanagan campus. So UBC has their main campus in Vancouver, and they have their second campus in Kelowna with about 20,000 students. A lot of the professors send their kids to our school because of the proximity, but of course the caliber of education. So I'm just going to run through some of our facilities. This is a brand new lecture theater. It holds 120 people. It can be divided into 2 classrooms as well, or it can be used for presentations, performances. There's a full-size LED screen. So this is inside the large gold building looking out, and that looks out onto our 44 acres. And directly beside us, of course, is the UBC campus. And right across the highway from that is the Kelowna International Airport. We have a digital recording studio. This young man is from Hong Kong. He graduated from Aberdeen Hall and went on to the University of Toronto to study music. So one of our successful graduates. These are some of our facilities. Everything is designed with the students' ambiance environment in mind. So this is where the kids, when they have study breaks, they can come out and do their studying here. They can also have lunch up here, and those are classrooms in the glass-walled rooms. Brand new, just opened in September, is the design studio. So great programs for right from grade 6 upwards with drone technology, competition robotics, middle school robotic club. So it's a fabulous new asset to our school. And the Athletic and Wellness Center. It's next to UBC's gymnasium. I think it's the nicest gymnasium in the city of Kelowna. It's brand new. It has multi functions, of course, a gymnasium. It's also got a fitness room. It's got our uniform shop, and we can now host the highest caliber of sports around the province. STEM labs, so that's science, technology, engineering, and math. So our school is, of course, big into academics. That's our number one focus. And ADST, applied design skills. And so we've got a laboratory for this as well, where kids can learn how to use art, technology, and design into a marriage and create their projects. So academics is the number one focus of Aberdeen Hall's programming. We have small class sizes, so averaging 18 to 20 per class, which is about a third smaller than public schools. We focus on university preparation, so that's on study skills, co-curricular activities, leadership opportunities, there's individual programming. The classes are small enough so teachers get to know every student and work with their individual strengths. And we have a university guidance counselor who meets with every student throughout their time at Aberdeen Hall and guides them on the paths that they want to go towards university. Students need to have strong English, international students, in order to enter at grade level. We do understand, of course, that international students won't have English as mother tongue, and we provide a supplementary English class. It's currently held every Wednesday morning before school starts, for an hour before the start of school, and we work with students on different aspects that are going to help them with their current studies, but also in preparation for IELTS and SAT exams. So students have an opportunity in grade 9. They have a choice of, 3 electives. And then as they get grade 10, 11, and 12, they get to choose from a variety of electives that are going to steer them onto a path. We have the Faculty of Science, the Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Arts, and Faculty of Business. So these are the electives that the students can choose. We in the blue square are the courses that we offer. We're an AP or advanced placement school. So these are courses that students, if they're eligible, if their grades are high enough, can take AP classes. And if their exam results meet criteria, they can earn university credit while they're still in high school. This is the platform that our teachers use to assign homework and give grades. So we share the link with all parents overseas so that parents can stay on top of their kids' progress, see what they're doing, how they're doing, and be able to communicate with their kids about their courses and their grades. We feel it's really, really important to include all parents, not just those who live in Kelowna, but also those who are abroad. Big into sports. So when I say big into sports, we are an academic focused school, but we look at the whole student. So athletics, wellness, music, arts. So we follow the athletic program across BC that all schools follow. So we have cross country, running, soccer, rugby. We play these sports throughout the year. We play with against other independent schools in Kelowna and in the province. In fact, our senior boys soccer team, and we have a boy from Hong Kong on that team, they just went to Vancouver to play in the provincials and did a fabulous job. There's more sports, track and field, rugby. We have a great golf team, basketball, and arts. So all students can elect to take violin, cello, or guitar as a musical instrument. That's included in their tuition, in the curriculum. Students in grade 11 and 12, if they're really strong in music, there's electives that they can take, such as recording, digital recording, composition, and there's various facets that they can study music as well as more than just the instrument itself. So then we have, actually, that's another girl from Hong Kong that did the drawing of the animal in the left corner, which is amazing. And we have a fabulous drama program. Outdoor education. So at the beginning of every year, we have what's called Horizons Week, and every grade will go out and they spend about 3 days expanding their horizons. And this will be outdoor activities. They stay in cabins, they do team building, they do lots of games, they do singing, great food. And this is, we do this at the beginning of the year so that all the students get to meet each other and bond. It's a great way to start the school year. And then throughout the year, there are long weekend opportunities that are optional if students want to sign up and register for these. So the main purpose of our curriculum, of our programming with academics, arts, music, athletics, is that it is designed for a 100% university acceptance. Most of our graduates choose to stay in Canada, and I think for several reasons. One is our education system is excellent. Also, it leads towards next steps, graduating, a bachelor's degree, maybe a master's degree, applying for permanent residency, etc. So most of our international students tend to stay in Canada. However, we have some that have gone to the USA and the UK, and you can see in this list the universities where our students have been accepted, and some currently attend. So the international program, we have a really fine-tuned program. We're in our 11th year. It's designed so that every international student has a fully comprehensive immersion experience. So 95% of the students at Aberdeen Hall are local Kelowna students. So the 5% would be international students. And we keep these numbers because we want these children to have the full experience of English immersion, culture, language, homestay, family environment. So we keep it small for this reason, and it's a fabulous program. One of the things that we do with our international students is we get them involved in volunteering. And because 30 hours of volunteer experience is required to graduate, and parents here get their own kids doing it, but we do that on behalf of our international students. So depends on the age and the grade and the maturity of the student. So In the right-hand corner, just the girl with the long hair. She's actually from Hong Kong. She's very shy. And so we put her to volunteer reading stories with our kindergarten children. And so that what that did is that really helped her confidence in reading aloud to kids. It helped the pronunciation of the words. It helped expressions. So it was wonderful, and of course the small children love it. The young man in the top corner, that's at the Kelowna Food Bank, and he was doing that during spring break. And down in the bottom corner, Valen is volunteering in the coffee shop at the Kelowna General Hospital. She's in grade 12. So again, she's more mature, but it gives her an opportunity to work with opportunities for life skills. So making coffee, making food, dealing with customers of all persuasions, dealing with money, dealing with making change. So we kind of customize our volunteer program so that it suits the child's age and English level as well. So this is kind of our unique program. We have a homestay program. And so every international student that comes to our school will live with an Aberdeen Hall family. And that's what makes it so unique in that we do a finely tuned matching program. All of the host families are somehow affiliated with Aberdeen Hall. They could be a teacher, they could be a principal, they could be a family whose children go there, they could be alumni's family, but there's a connection in that the host families are familiar with Aberdeen Hall and understand our professionalism. So again, so the students get to be part of a family. They have responsibilities, which is great. It's life skills. They learn to live with other people. They learn to adapt. And these are just some of the pictures of some of our host families there. In fact, you can see that at the top corner in the pink sweatshirt. I'm wearing that again right now. And that's my dog, Juliet. And she might pop up into the screen in a minute. She's sitting right here beside me at home. Jumpstart orientation. So the very last week of August, just before school starts, the school year, we have a 1 week orientation for students. It's called Jumpstart. And what we do is half the day is spent working on academic reading, writing, grammar, presentation skills. So we're getting the kids used to what they can expect when school starts in the following week. And the other half day, we take them out into the community and just introduce them to, how wonderful Kelowna is. So it could be picking fruit, it could be going to the history museum, it could be doing an art project, it could be playing beach volleyball. So we do that for the other half day. So when school starts the following week, the kids have had a full week with their host family. They've met other students, they've been to the school, they've met their teachers, and they just feel a lot better going in for the very first week at Aberdeen Hall. So if you're interested in applying, of course, you're going to contact Rise Smart and they will help you. But we need transcripts for 2 years. There's a $300 application fee and teacher references. Once we receive this package, the application package, we schedule an online interview within a week. And we do that because we have limited places. And so when we meet with a student, the admissions committee will meet following the interview, and we will look at the applicants, what the classes look like, and we will make a decision. Yes, we are going to offer the student a place, or perhaps the student that is not a good fit for our school. But it all happens quite quick. If an offer is made, we send out the letter with the tuition agreement. And to accept the offer, parents will sign. And then there's a 50% deposit required to hold the place. These are the school fees for the current school year. There is usually a 4 to 6% increase from year to year. But this is what you're looking at. So tuition, custodianship, family boarding, which is homestay, medical, the non-resident, and school bus and Horizons Week. That's the outdoor education. So this is everything for one full school year. So that's September till June. This is a really sweet quote from one of our parents from Mexico, actually. He said about his son, he came here a boy, he is leaving a man. And I think that's a sentiment of quite a few parents. These are just a few graduates, just exceptional young people on the honor roll, scholarships to universities. They've got degrees. She's got a master's degree. She's applying to do a PhD. That's Rita. And then I've got a young man on the next slide. Chris is in his third year right now on the honor roll in the math club, plays basketball. Just a delightful young man. I give him a ride home often because his host family live very close to me, and he likes to stay after school and practice his basketball. So he's every day sends me a text, Miss Crebo, can I get a ride home? So anyway, he's a lovely young man. His brother graduated after 3 years with us and is now doing a master's degree in Ontario, at university in Ontario. So this is just a little bit about me. I have traveled a lot all my life. I grew up in Europe. Because my father's job, I've got degrees in Canada, in England, and I did a master's degree at Hong Kong University in applied linguistic. I was a teacher in Hong Kong, and I wrote a series of children's storybooks for the Ministry of Education in Hong Kong. I also write for a magazine out of Hong Kong, so I have a real connection with Hong Kong. And in fact, if you notice the young men in the photos, those are my sons, and my connection to them in Hong Kong is that that's where they were born, and I adopted both my sons when I lived there. My boys are now 20 and 24, and of course here in Canada. Celebrations, we like to celebrate so many things. We just had Halloween, so pumpkin carving, and things are done at school. Some things are done in the host family, preparing for Christmas, preparing for Lunar New Year. We like to celebrate a lot. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for attending. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Yiling. I just have a question. What do you think about the differences between studying in a public school and a private school? So how do you think that
Yeah,
advantages?
well, I think there's no comparison. There's no comparison. The public school, I mean, our public school education is good, but in our school, 95% of our students who could attend public school for
Yeah,
free, their parents choose to put them in an independent school because of the small classes,
yeah.
because of the quality of the exams. We're 1 to 2 years ahead of the ministry's curriculum. We follow the curriculum, but we're 1 to 2 years ahead. It's a personalized approach.
Mm-hmm.
Our facilities are second to none. You saw the facilities, and even the homestay program. We have about 25 international students, and we can do a really thorough job on matching. So if I know that, for example, Isaac, who played violin, I might put him with a family whose kids also play violin. And so then they have something in common. If it's a younger girl like Flora, the one that I put into volunteering with the reading with the young children, we placed her in a family with 2 young children. And so that way she's getting a lot of English at home that's receptive because, little
Mm-hmm.
kids chatterbox, right? So I think just the personalization of it, I think our mission, and the other thing is we are 100% university focused, and that's not the goal of public schools. The goal of public schools is to have their students graduate.
Okay. So I will do a little bit summary in Chinese first, and I think that some parents are they have some questions at hand. So maybe we give some time for them to digest first, and then while
Absolutely.
I'm doing the translation. Okay, thank you. 好，咁我簡單做一個總結啦，係關於即係我哋個依家會介紹嘅學校 Aberdeen Hall 啦。咁其實咧呢間學校咧都係位於 Kelowna 呢個地方啦。咁當然啦，你都可以去搭飛機去嘅，咁大概40分鐘啦，由溫哥華機場去嘅話。咁亦都呢間學校咧，其實佢都係着重嗰個就係同 本地人去融入嘅一個學習環境嘅。因為頭先我都問一問學校代表就係、究竟點樣揀咧？即係 public 同private school 啦。咁其實你話個 education system 係當然係一樣啦。咁最大分別就係喺當地嘅居民，其實佢哋基本上，如果佢想係入本地學校，其實佢哋可以有即係即係公立嘅學校，其實佢哋唔需要學費嘅，但係佢哋都會揀入私立學校，就係因為頭先講過就係小班教學啦，咁同埋佢哋教嘅課程咧係會快少少嘅，咁加上佢哋係100%入大學率啦，咁呢個都係令到點解當地嘅人，咦仍然有免費教都唔揀，要揀讀一間 private 或者私立學校嘅嘅取向咧，咁呢個都係一個其中關鍵因素。咁對於香港嘅學生嚟講咧，亦都係非常之好嘅，因為你會接觸到多啲唔同嘅文化啦，加上呢間學校其實佢都好多唔同嘅新嘅設施啦，佢亦都有啱啱起咗個新嘅好靚嘅 gym 啦，咁同埋有好多唔同嘅sport 可以玩嚇，頭先都提過好多啊，即係基本上香港玩嘅運動咧，嗰度都一定有啦，咁仲有好多新興嘅運動啦，可能香港都比較少接觸。因為好似我自己嘅例子，其實我喺香港本身都係幾中意玩運動，咁但係去到加拿大，其實眼界係仲闊咗嘅，因為原來好多運動咧喺香港係就可能老師唔識教啦，或者基本上都唔識去接，即係唔識去，即係好少去接觸啦。加拿大就俾你接觸好多嘢嘅，咁所以日後亦都培養我啦。譬如我唔知你哋嘅小朋友係男仔定女仔都好啦。如果係男仔可能會中意 sports 啲啦，但係女仔咧都會玩好多唔同類型嘅 sports，呢個都好嘅。咁但係除咗 sports 之外啦，其實呢間學校嗰個藝術都好強嘅。可能由女仔啦會比較可能斯文少少啦嚇，中意畫畫啊，中意可能係彈琴啊，或者玩其他樂器啦。其實學校都有呢個 support 嘅。頭先都講有好多唔同嘅音樂嘅樂器可以學啦，加上藝術各方面都好強啦，亦都有好多唔同嘅香港學生其實都好參與唔同嘅運動嘅，同埋一啲藝術嘅team 都有玩嘅，咁所以咧都係俾多啲唔同嘅即係唔同方面啦，俾家長認識多少少啊，究竟其實加拿大讀一間私立學校係佢哋係點樣去處理學生嘅平時嘅學習需要啦，同埋佢哋嘅興趣咯，咁呢樣係私立學校都比較着重去關懷每一個國際學生嘅。咁當然亦都有唔同嘅其他 volunteer program 啦。咁就係因為喺加拿大咧，如果你要中學畢業咧，係需要一個義工嘅 hours 嘅，咁啊大概30個鐘。咁呢個其實佢由我以前去到而家都不變嘅，就係因為加拿大好着重就係要做啲 volunteer 嘅嘢，亦都係想你體驗多啲社會上嘅需要啦，同埋可以同多啲當地人嘅接觸嘅。咁唯一真係近呢幾年啦，我以前我都係 BC 省度讀書，我都係攞去中學文憑。咁其實係有呢幾年嘅學制係轉變得都有唔同，就係我個年代仲需要考全省嘅省試嘅，咁而家其實都已經冇噶啦。主要都係12年班要考個英語嘅試嘅啫。咁其實已經 cancel 咗好多呢啲嘅考試嘅模式啦，比較着重都係學校嘅 focus 同埋校內嘅成績嘅。咁另外咧，學校會俾一啲國際學生嘅 support，包括有 IELTS 啦、TOEFL 啦，如果想去美國嘅 SAT 啦都有嘅。咁呢啲唔使太擔心，因為始終國際學生都係想目標為本嘅，都係想讀完之後都係想入到佢哋理想嘅大學。咁所以呢個學校會俾到 support 啦。咁另外都提下 AP 啦，其實 AP 喺加拿大都好普遍嘅。咁 AP 係啲咩嚟咧？呢個就香港應該比較少啲會見到嘅。大家可能知道 IB 啦，係咪？咁但係 AP 就唔同嘅。AP 咧就係咧，如果你係比較你讀，如果你可能 let's say 啊某一個科目你係覺得你係可能可以跳班，或者你可能想讀快少少嘅，你可以讀埋 AP。讀 AP 嘅好處就係你可以喺中學嘅時間咧就攞埋大學嘅學分嘅。OK，咁當然啦，你唔會話科科都係咁樣做嘅，通常都係揀1至2科嘅啫。咁當然睇你小朋友可唔可以 handle 到啦。咁呢個好處嚟嘅，就係你讀緊中學嘅時候，除咗你讀緊 BC 省中學嘅學分啦，跟住你攞個學分，當然要入大學啦。同時間，如果你能力係好嘅，你可以讀 AP 嘅學校 OK 嘅，咁你可以收埋大學嘅學分喺學校裏邊，喺中學裏邊讀埋。咁你變咗咧，大學嘅時候你就慳咗啲，即係慳咗少少時間。雖然話唔係好多啦，可能幾科啦，咁但係都係好處嚟嘅。呢個都係加拿大比較着重多少少就係講嘅 AP 課程，呢個都係發展得比較全面同埋完善嘅，係啦。咁另外頭先都有講過咧，就係住宿嘅環境啦。因為住宿咧，呢間學校唔係話係寄宿喺學校裏邊嘅。其實加拿大比較着重都係以寄宿家庭為主，我哋叫做 homestay 啦，嗱，我哋學校都叫 family boarding 嘅，因為喺 Aberdeen Hall 點解叫 family boarding 就係你會同 Aberdeen Hall 嘅可能老師啦，或者甚至校長啦，或者員工去一齊去住，咁呢個係令到家長會更加放心，或者係你住嗰個人咧，總係有同 Aberdeen Hall 係有啲 connection 嘅，先可以做到呢一個 family boarding 嘅。咁就大家因為有時家長都會擔心，哎呀咁會唔會個 homestay family 係點啊？會唔會驚擔心？咁當然首先 homestay 就唔使太擔心，因為始終都係嚴格審查。咁同埋呢個叫 family boarding 意思即係真係想同 Aberdeen Hall 嘅所有嘅入邊做嘅學校嘅老師啊、職員啊，甚至其他員工都好咧，都係一個用咗 family 嘅感覺。咁大家就唔會覺得喂好似寄宿喺人哋度嘅，係一個反而係一個家庭嘅寄宿。咁所以咧就變咗就係你可能分分鐘嗰個 host 係一個你某一科嘅老師都會嘅，咁就變咗家長就更加放心。喂，如果有咩事都可以有個家長，即係有個學校老師睇住啦，咁同埋亦都可以鞭策到小朋友究竟嗰個學習嘅需要係點樣？呢個都係比較特別嘅，因為好多都係我哋叫做 homestay program 啊，好少叫做 family boarding。咁學校記得 family boarding 就一定係有佢意思喺度，咁所以比係全面啲啦，同埋關懷性多啲啦。咁另外都講下最後啦，譬如要入學嘅基本上嘅要求啦，咁首先你要將過往嘅2年成績表啦，就 send 俾我哋去睇一睇啦，審查下啦。咁如果要正式報名嘅話咧，需要交300蚊加紙嘅 application fee 啦。咁跟住學校咧就會1個禮拜內咧就會 arrange 一個 online interview 嘅，咁就會睇下你究竟個程度係點樣嘅。咁如果因為點解即係都要有個 interview 就係因為佢哋個位咧都比較緊張啲，因為頭先講佢哋唔會接收太多國際學生，佢擴咗係5% 之內嘅5%，仲講緊全球嘅國際學生，包括日本啊、泰國啊、中國大陸啊、香港啊、諸如此類啦嚇，或者歐洲其他地方啦，咁所以都希望真係可以學生真係嚟得嘅都係有誠意，即係想讀啦咁所以學校先會出個 offer 嘅。咁出咗 offer 之後咧，咁會需要交一半嘅 deposit，就係個留位費用。咁之後咧就會可以做埋簽證，咁呢個都我哋可以去幫學生去處理嘅。咁大致上嗰個總結就係咗啦，因為個 PowerPoint 如果之後想大家想要其中一啲內容咧，我都可以 send 翻俾大家。咁所以都睇下咧有冇問題，大家可能想問下，咁歡迎喺個 chat box 度提出啦。咁我會就做簡單翻譯，就會問翻個學校代表嘅。咁大家可以歡迎提出。咁我自己都有幾個問題都會問學校嘅。咁唔知會唔會答到你？可能有啲家長嘅一啲疑問啦。咁如果仲有其他問題都可以喺個 chat box 度提出嘅。Okay, thank you, Elaine. I just finished the summary, and I still have some questions would like to ask you.
Yeah.
So, basically, it's about the admission process. So, I remember there's a slide saying that you have a written assessment. Is this and the IELTS
No,
test? Yeah,
excuse
yeah,
me. So the application process is they apply, we get the package. Then
yeah.
I have an online interview with
Interview.
every
Okay,
student. During the interview, it's about an hour and a half. It'll be oral, and then
okay.
there's a written component as well.
Oh, okay.
So I get them to do a writing component. When I'm doing it, I want to see what the students' strengths are. It's not a test. I want to see what they know. So during the conversation, it's quite informal. So I ask them things they know about, like where they live, who they live with, where did they go on their holidays. I'm looking for their English. I'm looking for their comprehension. I'm
Okay.
looking for their grammar, their tense use. And then in the writing, it's the same thing. I'll give them a topic on something that they know so that they don't have to be stressed about that it's a test, and then they can write about it. And then I see their writing ability. If they have uh, an assessment like IELTS or TOEFL, this is really helpful.
Oh, okay.
If they're in grade 11, it's required. We need to have an IELTS or TOEFL score. But grades, 8, 9, and 10, we need to know that they can enter successfully at grade level with their level of English. And then when they get to it, once they've been accepted and they join us during Jumpstart Week, we give them another assessment. It's an online assessment, a Cambridge assessment from Cambridge University, and we do that in numeracy and literacy just to see where they stand.
Okay, got it. And the writing topic you will be give to the student during the interview, right? So you
It's
will.
I give it from something we discussed during the interview. So
Oh, I see, I got
for
it.
example, I will say, "Oh, you told me that for Lunar New Year you went to Tokyo
Yeah,
with your
yeah.
family to go
So
skiing.
okay.
I want you to write and tell me all about it. You've got 30 minutes." And
Ah,
so
I see, got it. Okay.
yeah, so something that they already know about, because then at least they will feel comfortable,
Yeah.
and then they can write about their experience, and then I can see what their writing is like. How they develop, how they think. They can do a mind map if they like. Yeah.
Okay. And for this internal school report, what grade are you looking at, or is it important, or are you more weigh heavily on the online interview?
Oh no, the transcripts are really important. So we
Okay.
need two transcripts. So if a student's applying for grade 10, we need transcripts for grade 8 and 9, and those are very important.
Okay. What score are you looking at? Like at the average?
Well, it's hard to say for a score because Hong
Okay.
Kong is
Yes, yeah,
different.
yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
And it's a bit
yeah.
hard to get a good mark. Yeah.
It's hard, yeah, it's hard to get, but for example, I know that Hong Kong is extremely competitive,
Yes.
and that I mean, I taught in the local
Yeah,
schools
yeah, yeah.
as
You should know,
well.
yeah.
So we have a pretty good idea of what's going to work at our school. We are an academic school, but it doesn't have to be a straight A student. The
Yeah.
most important thing is the student. They have to have good grades, but are they motivated?
Oh,
Do they
okay.
want to come? Do they want to experience all the challenges of a new
Yes.
life? That's really, really important.
Okay, got it. Okay, and let me see. So, okay, there's a parent asking a question. So, I remember this slide talking about you. There's UK university and Australia university. There's some alumni went to.
Uh,
It's the same. Like, is it difficult? And because UK has like 7 years of secondary education,
Yeah, no, we
and
have lots of well, not lots, probably of our international students. Yeah, I would say there's probably been at least 10 who have gone straight from Aberdeen Hall to universities like the London School of Economics, good
mm.
universities in England. Yeah.
So they just use the BC
The
score
BC
in.
Dogwood Diploma.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so they did not take any A level or SAT to get in, right?
exactly.
But UK.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
if they want to study in the States, they have to do the SAT.
Yes, OK，got it。咁頭先答翻個家長，其實好多係呢間學校學生都考英國澳洲都冇問題嘅，都冇障礙，都係用翻加拿大嗰、個BC 省嗰個學校嘅分數啦去報嘅，係啦。咁當然你要額外考，可能係英語試，譬如 IELTS 呢啲就需要啦。咁如果你係美國就需要考 SAT 咯。咁如無意外就應該冇乜大問題嘅，因為始終加拿大嗰個 BC 省個制度咧都係全球受認嘅。OK。Okay, I just answered the questions, and let me see if I have any questions right here. Okay, so I just I want to make sure. So the term family boardings means they live
Homestay.
in homestay. Yeah, they live with Aberdeen Hall like staffs or
It could
and
be staff. Like I'm a
okay,
host mom.
okay,
I have a host daughter. It could be our principal hosts. I mean,
yeah.
it can be parents whose children go to school. It can be families whose children graduated already from our school. So there's
Mm-hmm.
some connection with
Connection.
Aberdeen
Okay.
Hall. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Because I think the term is really impressive. Like maybe people say it's homestay, but you use family boarding. So I think you have a special meaning on that, like family in a family environment as a boarding. Like it's also
Yeah.
we know it's same as homestay, but it's more like warmly. Like
Yeah,
yeah, it feels like
absolutely.
warmly.
I had actually I had my very first students, twin girls from Hong Kong,
Mm,
and they lived with me for 5 years, the twins. And one of them is the girl in the slide. She's done her master's degree, and she lives in Toronto now. And the other twin just lives around the corner from me. And when I was just in Asia this last couple
yeah.
of weeks, the other twin would come to my house all the time and check in on my
Oh, that's
sons
lovely.
and
Oh, that's
yeah, bring
good.
them
Yeah.
treats. Yeah, they call me mama. Yeah.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a real family atmosphere. You do things. I mean, they have chores. They have to wash dishes or, it's a family. So unlike Hong Kong, where many people have a helper, which I did
Yes.
as well. Uh, but in Canada, we don't have helpers. And so
Yes.
we all pitch in, families, we work together, play together, and this is really good for students to learn. Like that again, that's life skills. And it's usually quite new for kids from Hong Kong, just
Mm-hmm.
because everything is different. We don't have helpers here. The stress level in Hong Kong for schools is terribly, terribly
Mm-hmm.
high for kids. And so there's more opportunity here to do extracurricular events and expand their horizons and still do really well in school because there's, only 18 kids in a class, right?
Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
啱啱我都同學校講多少少，即係講得 family boarding，因為大家都好關注個住宿嗰個啦。咁頭先都話啦，其實佢哋同每一個學生嗰個 connection 都好強嘅。就算好似阿 Elaine 咁啦，佢而家翻咗嚟香港啦，即係佢有時都會兩邊，因為佢都會招生嘅，咁佢都會聯絡翻啲家長去見面啊，學生啊，咁佢自己都有 host 一啲學生係住喺佢度嘅。咁佢就覺得即係呢個環境令到佢同學生嗰個聯繫會更加強啦。就算離開咗間學校咧，其實都會再大家 keep in touch 嘅。咁呢個都係一個好好嘅環境啦，令到即係點樣去小朋友亦都可以喺人哋家庭裏邊都可以有自己嘅一啲獨立嘅生活啊，亦都可以 as 一個 family 大家互相去照顧，呢個都係好緊要嘅。咁睇下大家仲有冇啲問題啦。咁因為如果冇，我就可能問埋最後一條，咁我就完啦。Okay, so Elaine, I have the last question for you. It's about the reference letter. You mentioned in the slide, is reference letter
Teacher's
needed?
reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have a form that the family will give or you will give to the teachers. So like maybe an English teacher, could be a math teacher, principal, and it's a form that they fill out and we get their perspective on the student, academically, and then on the second page is their strengths, their weaknesses. Yeah. So it's
So
really
this,
important.
so this is during the process or after they receive the offer?
No, no, no. That's before they get the offer. So
Oh,
during
okay.
the application process, so they send us the application form, application fee, the transcripts for 2 years, passports, and the teacher references.
Oh,
So
okay.
I send that out as a package. We get it all back,
Oh, got it.
and I interview everybody. And I usually do it. It'll be in the evening for the student, usually early in the morning for me,
Okay.
because it's 15 or 16 hours time
Hours, yeah.
difference.
Okay.
And then we make the decision within the week.
Okay.
And because we have only so few places for each
Yeah.
grade, and we're already starting to give offers. I sent out 2 offers today. So I highly recommend if parents are interested for September, they start now.
Okay.
Because once they accept an offer, and then there's the whole process of applying for a study permit. And
Yes.
that it does take months and months. So we always recommend, apply before Christmas is a good idea.
Okay. Just another question. Just some parents may not want their school know they have a study abroad idea. So how they can like for the reference, you have to disclose to the teacher. "Oh, okay, I'm studying abroad now." You know Hong Kong parents like sometimes they want to
Right.
hide it
Yes. No, I
first. How can you?
understand.
Yeah.
Is there some other, like on a report card, will there be feedback from the teacher in previous years' report
Okay.
cards? Because
So they have
we
some
could also
comments.
use that too,
Yeah.
and then you could it has to be translated. You could translate it. So yeah, if some of the schools, if they didn't want to go to the school, but they have the feedback on the
Mm,
previous report cards, yeah, because we have to know how they are, what kind of a student they
okay.
are. So grades can tell us, transcripts can tell us a lot, but also their personality. Are they
Okay,
attentive
got
in
it.
class? Do they like to get involved? Yeah.
Can they ask their personal tutor to fill in one of the references? Because you need
Mm,
two. So it's a bit,
no, because
yeah.
you're paying a
Hey,
tutor, right?
okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Uh,
So better
and it's a
teacher.
classroom dynamic that we're looking
Okay.
at. Some kids may not fit into a classroom. So um, I can't remember. I don't know offhand. Like if the kids are going to an international school in Hong Kong, I know what the report cards are like. There'll
Yeah,
be the
yeah.
teacher feedback written. That would be
Oh,
okay.
that work. Okay,
Uh,
okay, that's good.
but for the public schools, I'm not. I'm sure they must do that as well.
Yes,
That
yeah,
was
they do have a like a short comments from the
yeah. That
teacher.
was a
Yeah,
long time ago. I taught in the public schools in
yeah, yeah,
Chunwan.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and in Tongchong. Yeah,
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
Okay, let me just check. Is there any other questions? Okay. Okay, I think we answered all the questions right now.
Okay,
Thanks again for time. I really
okay.
appreciate. I know you have a long weekend. There's a Remembrance Day on Monday, right?
Yeah, it's
It's on
Remembrance Day on Monday,
Monday.
and I just got back from my Asia trip, right?
Okay.
And
Oh,
and and just today I got tested positive for COVID.
oh, take some rest, please. Okay, thank you so much for
Just
time.
about 2 hours ago.
Oh, are you feeling right? Okay, right now? Are you feeling all good?
I'm trying real
Okay.
hard to do a good job of looking
Uh,
okay.
well, please take some rest. Thank you so much for time. I don't want you to hold you too much time, but we
Okay.
all good right
Did
now.
you want me to stay in case there's more questions, or if there's more questions, do you want to just follow up with me in an email?
Yes, I can email you. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's all good. Okay,
All right.
okay. Please take some rest. And the parents said speedy recovery to you. Just
Please
leave a
thank
chat.
everybody for showing up. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's stay in touch.
Okay.
Have a good weekend and yeah,
Okay.
take care.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. 好啦，咁我都簡單做個總結啦，咁就會完咗今日嗰個webinar 嘅。咁所以因為今日學校代表都啱啱完咗佢嗰個亞洲之旅，因為我哋見佢嗰時都喺香港見過一次，咁所以佢啱啱翻嚟都話中咗 Covid，咁所以即係希望佢都即係早日康復同埋早啲休息啦。咁我簡單做埋個總結咧，咁就大家就可以離開，或者你之後啲問題都可以問我哋嘅。咁頭先都有講過基本上報讀嘅文件啦，咁有近呢2年嘅成績表啦，咁學校會有個 application package 要你 fill in 嘅。咁雖然要學校 reference，頭先都問到啦，因為啲家長都話唔想咁快俾學校知道即係小朋友有升學意向，咁都可以睇學校一啲成績表嘅 comments 都可以嘅。咁記得係 translate 咗就可以嘅，係啦。咁另外咧都需要就係學校收到個 admission package 之後啦。咁如果啲嘢都齊全嘅話咧，咁一個禮拜咧會同你有個 interview 嘅，咁由二拎或者佢其他同事去負責啦。咁呢個 online interview 大概個半鐘啦。其實首先會 test 佢啲 oral 講下啲即係英文嘅，睇下佢流唔流暢啦。咁咧同埋會喺對答嘅內容裏邊咧，咁二拎就會叫佢少少嘢，譬如佢可能你講開話今個上年暑假你做過啲乜啊？咁可能談之間咧，原來你去咗日本嘅，咁可能二拎就話咁你不如寫下你日本嘅一啲旅行經驗啊，或者有啲咩趣事啊，咁佢就叫佢寫啦。咁寫完之後大概30分鐘咧，咁就到時會即係俾翻二拎嘅。咁如果 OK 咧冇乜問題咧，我係會正式出個 offer letter 嘅。個 offer letter 就會需要交50%嘅deposit 啦，咁就之後亦都可以去做學生簽證嘅。咁所以頭先學校都講個位咧非常之少，頭先都講過啦，除咗學位少啦，尤其是 family boarding，因為佢哋即係好少見到，就係佢哋寄宿家庭全部都係用佢哋自己學校嘅 staff 嘅。咁呢一個都係比較特別之處，咁所以變咗就係佢唔會話好龐大嘅國際學生去收取咯。咁但係佢又唔係話要好大家都好爭，或者可能係成績上好緊。咁其實基本上你成績要起碼都 pass 啦，因為二拎始終喺香港教過書啊，咁佢都好了解香港咩比分係嚴謹嘅，咁佢都好清楚嘅。咁所以呢個都係好處，因為始終有個為學校嘅 director 呢個 international recruitment 嘅 director 都喺香港做過嘢，仲要教過書，佢都教過 local 書，亦都教 international 書，所以佢好知道香港嘅成績係點樣去處理嘅。咁呢個都係非常之好，咁你都會慳翻好多時間。有時要我哋 agent 去解釋啊，其實香港有時俾分都比較難啊咁樣咯。咁呢個佢都好清楚了解。咁所以咧就係如果有興趣報名咧，就可以 get 頭先我哋講嘢啦，或者之後咧即係想了解其他學校都可以揾我哋嘅。呢個就係呢間主要針對翻呢間學校嘅 application 啦。咁所以咧，大家有意欲去加拿大升讀中學咧，咁我哋都有個大概個時間表啦。因為而家都係最好就開始 prepare 去明年9月入學噶啦。因為而家呢個時間就係 快啲揀定學校，或者想知道小朋友報咩校區，或者你想讀公立嘅，或者你係私立嘅，乜都好啦，咁都係盡量去快啲去揾我哋去查詢啦。咁因為呢一兩個月最好就係完成個報名嘅，最好係聖誕假前啦，因為學校聖誕都放假一放成兩三個禮拜，咁你就冇得做 interview，亦都冇得再去出 offer，咁可能要等到甚至1月2月先開始再做嗰個取錄嘅，咁所以之後啦，亦都係要預多啲時間啦，去做埋個留學簽證啦，同埋即係去買機票啦，諸如此類啦。咁即係希望大家家長因為都想做啲 settle 好啲嘢咧，咁你個預算啊或者個類型都會準備得充足啲啦。咁咧，最後咧，我哋即係下兩個禮拜啦，23號啦嚇。咁我哋都有繼續會講加拿大嘅中學嘅。咁今次我哋都 invite 咗另外一間 school district 係 Burnaby 嘅。咁同樣 Burnaby 都係喺華人區咧都非常之熟悉嘅一個城市嚟嘅。咁啊，好多可能你啲親戚朋友都喺嗰度住。咁我哋都會講多少少，再講下功效啊，或者譬如小朋有嘅家長想陪讀啊，咁佢哋可以喺當地做啲咩啦，用咩身份留低啦，咁呢個我哋都可以幫到手嘅。咁所以大家我哋都啱啱開放咗登記啦，咁可以上翻我哋網站啦，我哋頭版咧會有個呢間學校嘅即係參加講座嘅登記表格嘅，咁歡迎就喺網上面登記啦。咁當然啦，如果我哋有啲YouTube 嘅片啦，我哋都會 upload 上去嘅。咁我哋呢個 webinar 我哋應該會遲少少先放上去嘅，因為都需要時間去整理。咁如果想睇翻我哋之前過往嘅 webinar 咧，可以上翻我哋 YouTube 啦，揾翻 RiseMan 咧就會可以睇翻一啲過往我哋同學校做嘅 webinar 啦。咁我哋除咗 webinar，我哋都會實體嘅講座啦，都歡迎去我哋嘅即係公司嗰度了解多啲啦，去我哋公司網站啦。咁最後啦，咁如果都係想了解多少少加拿大嘅升學咧，咁我哋都可以有個免費嘅升學諮詢服務嘅，咁所以有興趣咧，可以喺我哋完咗之後啦，大家可以 scan 呢個 QR code 啦，或者大家都收到我哋 WhatsApp 嗰個 message 嘅，咁你可以回覆翻我哋話你想查詢加拿大嘅升學，咁亦都我哋淨係會主要係 focus 係國際學生嘅啫，即係話係你持有香港特區護照，係冇加拿大護照或者冇加拿大 PR，我哋先可以同你做諮詢同埋做學校申請。如果凡係有加拿大護照或者 PR 嘅身份咧，就唔好意思啦，我哋唔會接收任何 case，因為你哋嘅入學嘅方法咧，同埋入學嘅程序係完全唔同嘅。咁所以咧，我哋淨係會 focus 翻係真係需要做辦理留學簽證嘅香港特區護照嘅學生嘅啫。咁如果你有任何問題咧，亦都歡迎隨時 WhatsApp 或者打電話去我哋公司嘅查詢啦。咁我哋今日嘅講座其實都完㗎啦。咁我呢個 screen 都會留多一陣嘅。咁如果你想真係有啲乜嘢揾我哋，可以 WhatsApp 嗰度提出就可以啦。咁今日嘅時間就差唔多。如果下兩個禮拜咧，如果大家有興趣再參加我哋嘅網上講座咧，咁我哋下兩個禮拜再見啦。咁希望大家有個好好嘅愉快嘅週末啦。咁今日就係咁多，多謝晒大家嘅出席。